Yes, sir.
Do you think that as new therapists, and this is largely why we're taking this particular course,
Yeah.
if it's not hard enough to help somebody that's very much like yourself, well,
Mm.
it's going to be in many ways challenging,
Yeah.
culturally, background-wise,
Well,
to help
okay. So let
somebody
me
else.
say so there's a few things that need to be said. I don't think there's a huge resistance, particularly for therapy, whether it's various kinds of psychotherapy and even medical, medications.
Hmm.
But I do think there are lots of Arab Americans who have. I think there's a higher degree of PTSD and anxiety related, stress related, and depression related illnesses that are situational and that have to do with life experiences. I mean, I certainly have a solid dose of PTSD because I grew up in Beirut during the Civil War. And then my experiences as one of the leading Arab American public figures during and right after 9/11 was not exactly a pleasant experience. And I think we do also have experienced the Iraq War and the Trump era is a particularly stressful one for us.
Yeah.
And so, so there's a lot, and a lot of Arab Americans, class background notwithstanding, come with these experiences from the Lebanese War, Palestinians, Syrians with their own traumas associated with the war in Syria. Lots of Iraqis who I know, Iraqi Americans, have significant trauma from their experiences in Iraq under Saddam or during the wars, etc. So there's Yemenis with their war experiences. So there's a lot of trauma that people bring with them. And then there's 9/11 and post 9/11 trauma and other anxiety. Now, I wouldn't say there's Iraq war trauma except for the Iraqi Americans, but there's anxiety attached to some of these issues for the Arab Americans. And I think there's a lot of Americans who felt a lot of anxiety during the Trump era, whatever their orientation is. This is a very divisive era. This is an era of great anger.